project. We really love to work on this. It was so creative. The cooperation with Sony PlayStation and with Gran Turismo was excellent, yeah. And what I'm really proud of is when you look around, you see all this artwork, the creativity that the people and the team put into this. I'm really proud of this.
And the team effort can't be understated as well. As I understand it, this was what we call a lunchtime project. You know, people eating their lunchtime baguettes and stuff like that, and that's how the project began.
That's true. I mean, designers, they have lunchtime projects. So everybody does a little bit on the side, and it gets all the time about getting more and more professional. And then we said we have to put this really into production or in the PlayStation, you know. So, and this was really a self-burner, yeah? So this was absolutely fantastic from the team as well.
Oliver, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Oliver Stevani, the head of design for Škoda. Wonderful. It is now about time to have a look at the preview of the race then. As I said, it's going to be at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, the venue. 11 laps of action for the drivers within this Vision Gran Turismo car. There's a bit of strategy involved as well in terms of tyres over the course of this one. So looking forward to seeing what that is going to be all about. The Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, of course, a track that is steeped in history within motorsport. And likewise, that combines together with Škoda here as well. So, without further ado, I think it's about time that we introduce our drivers onto the stage. So, 6 competitors then ready to join us here on stage in Prague. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, please welcome from Italy, Amos Lorito. Amos qualified in first place. Looking forward to catching up with him. We're going to get all the drivers over to their sleds, and then we'll go and have a sort of a grid walk, if you will. Looking forward to that. From the Czech Republic, please welcome Robin Bahal. Also from the Czech Republic, please welcome Martin Makala. Now, if you're a fan of Gran Turismo, you'll recognise this name, I am sure. Please welcome from Spain, Lucas Ordóñez. He qualified in third place. Please welcome from the Czech Republic, Petr Severad. And last but not least, please welcome from Slovakia, Filip Voršacek. Amazing. Right, first of all, let's go and have a little grid walk here and catch up with the man who qualified on pole position. He's all over the far end, so let's go and catch up with him. Right, Amos Lorito, you qualified on pole position for this race. Just talk us through, what do you make of the car, first of all, and how excited are you to get racing?
This car is incredibly fast, and I just hope to finish where I'm started.
Fantastic. Is that the plan? Just try and lead out in front?
Yeah, plan A is this, remain in front.
Amazing. Amos, good luck.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Great to hear from Amos there. Let's go and chat to Robin Bahal as well. Robin, you're a 23-year-old Czech journalist. You love cars, you love motorcycles, anything to do with motoring, it seems. How excited are you?
Yeah, it's perfect event today, and I'm a little bit nervous because I don't have experience with Gran Turismo and this simulator, so yeah, I will see.
Wonderful. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Right. Good to hear there from Robin Bahal. Forgive me, I think my microphone's just cut out very briefly here. Let's try and catch up with Martin Makala. Martin, so I understand that you're a Czech journalist, you love a bit of sports, and obviously you're a big fan of motorsport as well, which brings you here. What are you expecting today?
I hope I will finish not on the last place. So, I made a big mistake in the qualifying, so I hope that I will do better in the race.
Martin, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Good stuff. Right. Let's go over and catch up with Lucas Ordóñez as well. Lucas, now I've got some information written down here, which says that you haven't crashed a car in 5 years and all that sort of thing. Have you crashed this one in qualifying yet?
Yeah, mate. I only took me 1 lap to make a mistake in Blanchimont, but the car is so fast. We have more than 1,000 horsepower on the rear end, so it's a tricky car to to handle. well because it's really, really fast, high downforce, but it's good fun. And yeah, I'll do my best in the Spa-Francorchamps.
Good luck, Lucas.
Thank you.
Right, let's go and chat to Pieter Semerad. Over and chat to you, Pieter. So, you are 22 years old. You're a pro rally driver. You've won the Czech F4 championship as well. I mean, is there anything that you haven't done?
In regards to motorsports, there's not much that I haven't done yet, but yeah.
Aside from winning in a Škoda Vision Gran Turismo, of course.
Yeah, for sure. This is new and it's a really exciting thing to be a part of. So yeah, for sure something new.
And you're third on the grid for this. What are your expectations? What's your plan?
Yeah, I took the qualifying a little bit easy because I expect the first corner to be a bit of a mess. So yeah, we'll see. I hope to move forward.
Perfect. Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, and lastly then, let's go over and chat to Filip Voršacek, who's a 40-year-old gaming and technology writer. Filip, you've qualified in 6th place for this one. You're a bit further back on the grid than I'm sure you'd like, but what are your expectations?
I have no expectation. I just last played this game 2 years ago.
Perfect. Right, good luck.
Thanks.
Right, let's hope that Filip gets on well. So we're not far away from action beginning here for this one. Yeah. Right, looking forward to getting action then underway here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Drivers are just getting themselves ready and primed, and this is the sort of opportunity where they have the last opportunity to make any sort of setup changes that they would like over the course of the race and so on, so they can adjust things like brake bias, like traction control and that sort of thing. So what they've got to be doing is just getting themselves ready. And I actually drove this car a little bit earlier on here in the weekend. And essentially, it's a really tricky car to drive because you hit the brakes and you think, oh, goodness, that's not going to stop. The way it is, because it's all electric, because it's four-wheel drive, you have to essentially lift off the accelerator, then hit the brakes, and then the car will slow down. If you just go from accelerator straight onto brakes, the car doesn't really want to stop. It's just the way you have to drive these sort of all-electric machines. And because it's four-wheel drive as well, there's a tendency for getting on the power, for there to be a little bit of understeer coming out of the corners. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting. We are then now ready to get the action underway here for the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo launch here in Prague. Okay, the race is now about to begin here in Prague. We hope that you are primed and ready. We'll bring it up for you on the big screen. And here is how the grid is going to line up at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So, first of up, starting on pole position, give it up for Amos Lorito. Robin Bahal lines up alongside him on the front row of the grid. Pieter Semerad starts in 3rd position. Then it is Lucas Ordóñez, former GT Academy winner, in 4th place. Martin Vacalar in 5th position. And then 6th on the grid, we've got Filip Voršacek. So, 6 drivers ready to take to the grid then. Let's see how this is going to work out. A rolling start for the drivers, 11 laps of action here to come. All of them starting, crucially, on the softer compound of tyre. But tyre wear over the course of this race is going to be a very pivotal factor. You can do about sort of 6 or 7 laps, really, if you're pushing the soft tyres. But anything more than that, then you're really going to be beginning to push the limits. But we're about to make history then. The first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race is about to get underway. Amos Lorito will lead the field across the timing line as we get ready for the green flag to be waved. Bahal in 2nd, Semerad in 3rd, as the lights go green and we go racing and head down towards the source for the first time. Bahal there looking to the inside, Semerad going for the wider outside line and takes 2nd place away. Fantastic, look at Ordóñez also on the outside through the source as well. He's made a place up from where he started in 4th as they come up the rise through Eau Rouge and Radion for the first time. Slightly wide there for Lorito, that's going to compromise his exit and it's going to allow Semerad an opportunity. The Czech driver takes the lead away as they come up the Camel Straight for the first time, but crucially, can he get it stopped as we come in towards Lake Coombe? Lorito's having a look, he's late on the brakes, can he slow the car down though? It's going to push them both wide. Oh, arm in the air there for Lucas Ordóñez in the background. He gets a penalty and goes across the asphalt on the inside. So drama there for 2 drivers, 2 penalties, as you can see. They are track limits penalties, one for Lucas Ordóñez, one for Martin Vacalar there. So
Not a good start to their race, but it is Semerad that leads the way as we come down through X. This is the left-hander. Then we go through Puon, slightly wide there for Macalar, I should say, rather. He now drops down to 5th position at the expense of Robin Bahal, who elevates himself now up into 4th position. But Semerad, well, he started in 3rd place. He's accomplished pretty much everything in Czech Motorsport, and now he's leading in a Czech car in the first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo unveiling race. Through the Fania chicane we go on the exit, and then in towards the 2 right-handers of Stavolo. Penalties are now about to be served here for Lucas Ordóñez and for Robin Bahal, and that is where we're going to see things changing for them over the course of this one, because it's going to drop Ordóñez as he hits now that penalty zone behind Bahal, I'm sure. Bahal very close. There he is now on the outside as we come in towards Blanchimont. You need to have a willing dance partner for this. Ordóñez doesn't want to give it up. Bahal's off the track. Is he going to be able to keep control? Yes, he does. Into the bus stop chicane we go. Bahal just has to sit behind, but Ordóñez is deep. He runs it wide. This could be the opportunity for Bahal. Ordóñez back onto the track. Bahal's out wide as we go onto the start-finish straight. Ordóñez back through into 3rd. So what that's allowed is these top 2 of Semerad and Lorito to extend their advantage on the brakes into La Source. Meanwhile, Macalar there is a little bit wide, but he's now right on the coattails here of Bahal, and he's now through on Bahal as we come down the hill. There's contact there. Rubbing's racing. Macalar's into the wall. Up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Macalar goes into the wall at the start of the 2nd lap. Big drama here. So up through the Kemmel Straight we go for the next time. That's eliminated one of the competitors for Lucas Ordóñez to deal with. Meanwhile, at the sharp end, Semerad is not able to escape away there from Lorito as it stands, and Lorito just 0.3 of a second behind as we come down to turn 8. Semerad slightly deep. That turn 8 corner always wants to induce understeer. Doesn't matter what the car is, but Semerad doing a fantastic job of just holding on to that position for now, but he's a little bit wide on the exit of X. That's going to allow an opportunity here for Lorito as we come down to Puon. Side by side for the lead, and Lorito goes through. Fantastic for Amos Lorito. The Italian's back in front, but here comes Semerad back up the inside. The Czech driver leads once again, the lead changing in the space of 1 corner. Fantastic racing as we come into the Fania chicane. These 2 at the front are giving absolutely no quarter at all. And if they keep squabbling amongst one another, it might allow a brilliant opportunity for Ordóñez to catch up. He's kind of in no man's land now here at this stage, sitting in 3rd position, some 3.1 seconds off the back of the top 2. Bahal, meanwhile, is a further 1.5 seconds back from him. Then there's quite a pronounced gap back to Macalar and to Vorzacek as well. There is Macalar sitting in 5th place. We saw him in the walls. We saw him facing the wrong way up through Eau Rouge and Radion just half a lap or so ago, and you can see the gap that is now quite pronounced here for the driver in 5th place. Through Blanchimont we go, in towards the bus stop chicane. You can see the air brake there being deployed. That slows the car down by creating further drag. And Macalar on the exit of the final corner as we cross back to the battle here between the top 2. Pieter Semerad then, and Amos Lorito. Lorito, 28 years old. He's a pro esports racer as well. He's got a great run here coming through onto the Kemmel Straight. Semerad knows that. Is he going to go defensive? Yes, he is. But Lorito's going to pull alongside him as they come up through into Les Combes. Who's going to be last of the late breakers? Semerad's got track position. He's slightly later on the anchors, but does he run it wide? No! Lorito's going to go around the outside. Can he get it stuck? There's contact, hip and shoulder between the 2. Semerad back through on the inside and does manage to hold firm in the race lead for now. But for how long? Because Lorito has a look in towards turn 8. Oh, he's trying to wind his way through on the inside. Here is Amos Lorito once again. More contact between the top 2. Semerad's got the inside line though and manages to retain track position then for now, but not for long, I'm sure, because Semerad is really having to defend. Lorito goes for the outside line into Puon. Can he make that stick all the way around the outside? He can! Amos Lorito takes the lead. Absolutely fantastic. And look at the behind as well, because Ordóñez and Bahal have now closed right up between these top 2. This is absolutely fantastic racing action. Let's go over to Martin Porches, the design manager and engineer. Martin, we've got some amazing racing here between the top 2 of Lorito and Semerad. What do you make of this first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race?
It's absolutely amazing.
Oh, sorry, Lorita, sorry, Semerad has got off on the exit. Oh, drama there for Semerad from the lead right to the back of the field. We'll come at you in a second, Martin, because I think Ordonez is going to fancy a nibble here at Lorito as well as they go into the braking zone of the bus stop. Ordonez not quite close enough, but Martin, amazing racing.
Amazing racing. This is what we were hoping for, to see the real competition today and to see our car in action, and it's happening. It's a great idea.
Oh, you've been the design manager of this project. Just talk me through how it's been to be able to create such an amazing car.
It was a really special for us side project, as Oliver already mentioned. And the whole environment and the process was very democratic. Everybody was equal and we were supporting each other. We had all the same ambition. And yeah, we are happy to be here today and celebrate Škoda entering Gran Turismo.
Amazing. Martin, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Great to catch up with Martin Porches there, the design manager and engineer for this fantastic Škoda Vision Gran Turismo machine. So, at the front, it is Lorito, now some 0.6 of a second ahead of Ordonez, but Ordonez is trying to close that deficit down. We're already on lap 4 out of 11, and it is anybody's guess as to how this race is going to play out through turn 7. Down the run in towards turn 8 we go. Ordonez closes on the brakes. Really good closing speed there onto the back of Amos Lorito. Lorito, we've seen a couple of mistakes from him over the course of this race. Is Ordonez going to pressure him into another? Let's wait and see. On the exit of X we go. And on the run down in towards P1 once again, air brake being deployed. Ordonez there trying to go for the wider sweeping line to carry more corner speed through that left-hander, but not close enough to Lorito as it stands for now. Bahal in the background, you can see him having a half-second penalty to to the extent of track limits. Let's have a look at a replay here. So this is what happened here to Pieter Semerad then. Oh, he just ran it wide through the second part of the Stavolo corners. And unfortunately, that was his race run. In fact, it's the Paul Freire corners now, as it's now known. But unfortunately for Semerad, it's relegated him from the lead down into 4th place. Now, here is Ordonez's best chance. He got the advantage of the slipstream, that hole being punched in the air in front of him, with Lorito very close behind. The battle for 3rd place still reigns on now because Semerad has gone from the lead into 4th place. Bahal, though, is right on his coattails as we head into the braking zone of the bus stop. So nose-to-tail action wherever you look here in this Vision Gran Turismo race, and Lorito goes into the pits then. I was saying that tyre wear was going to be pretty critical, and they had to change from one compound to the other, so soft tyres off the car here for Amos Lorito. He's decided to blink first, and this is going to be a strategy that works out for him. Ordonez now takes over the lead of the race as Bahal is out slightly wide. Lorito then on to the medium compound of tyres. So whilst we're working out strategy, let's go and talk to Julien Pescion, the interior designer for the car. Julien, I have to say the interior for this car is like no other that I've ever seen before. It's just amazing, the heads-up display and the way that you feel so connected as a driver. What do you tell me about how it all came about?
At the end, on this, we were really, like, I would say, pushing the cursors of creativity at the maximum. And yeah, it was a really fun project to do, yeah, definitely.
Fantastic. So, so when you look at the racing that we've got on track at the moment, does it make you really proud to have been involved in this project?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's like a big gap, even like we enjoy to design it, and I have to say, to see it real now, it's like different level.
Fantastic. Have you had a chance to drive the car yourself yet?
A little bit, and it's really great, yeah. Not so easy to drive, but really powerful, really cool, yeah.
Well, the driver's liking a challenge, and we're liking a challenge here as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's like super level.
Julien, thank you very much indeed. Wonderful to chat to Julien then here in Prague. Let's get back to the racing action at the sharp end. Ordonez, 3.2 seconds now with the advantage. Lorito, the only driver who's made the pit stop. Look at the tower graphic on the left-hand side of your screen. You'll see the one next to Lorito's name, and of course, he's on the medium compound of tyre, which is going to be a little bit slower compared to the soft runners. Well, I say that, actually. It's all relative because, of course, those soft tyres are going to be pretty clapped out at this point. So, Lorito with that pit stop. Penalty being served here for Makala. Half second, so that's due to exceeding track limits. So that just drops him a little bit further behind Bahal, who's now up into 3rd place. You can see them there really using the apron. Oh, Bahal's lost it! He's lost it through Blockshore. He's off into the wall. Huge moment there for Bahal, and Makala's off into the wall as well. Here's Stick avoiding action. The 2 leaders are in as well here. It's all kicking off at the end of lap 5. Ordonez into the pits, Semerad into the pits. Behal into the pits and also into the barrier. Likewise, Bacala as well. Amos Lorito takes over at the front, but for how long? Let's see what the gap is going to be between Lorito and Ordóñez then. Soft tyres off the car for Ordóñez, medium compound on. This could prove to be very beneficial here for Amos Lorito. Look at the advantage he's got. That's absolute night and day compared to what it was before the pit stops took place. And Lorito, with that undercut, has moved into absolute perfection. Some 6.9 seconds now is the advantage that he holds over Lucas Ordóñez. Fantastic. Wonderful. Absolutely amazing racing then. So the top three have now made their pit stops. Well, in fact, the rest of the drivers have also made their pit stops aside from Filip Wojciechek then. Another penalty there for Bacala as well. As the racing continues on, it now begins to sort of settle down a little bit out in front. Let's go and chat to Frank Legault, the exterior designer of this car. We're going to head over to a very special Škoda machine as well and find out a little bit more what this is all about. Oh, there he is. We just found Frank. Frank, we're stood here next to a very historic Škoda car. Just talk me through the design process for the Vision Gran Turismo machine, because it's a pretty spectacular one, but it also has some traits of this very machine.
Yeah, of course. We get inspired by this car. Just for a bit of history, Škoda is one of the rare company which were running in 24 hours of Le Mans. So that's why it was really important for a branch like Škoda to be a part of the Gran Turismo game. And also, as you know, Škoda, they won a lot of victory in WRC. And this car actually didn't run in Le Mans, was the previous car. There's this Škoda 1100 OHC was planned to drive in Le Mans. And unfortunately, for political reasons, they didn't do it. But we get really inspired by this car because if you see the form of the shape of the car, the 3D that you have around the wheel arch, the simplicity of the car also is really the shape which inspired us. You can really find this on the new Škoda Vision GT. It's really linked. We take the heritage of the Škoda Motorsport to design our new car, and of course we bring also our new modern design language that you can see now on for example the Vision 7F show car. So we make some kind of really nice combination between the Škoda heritage and modern solid design language. It's a super nice car.
Frank, thank you very much. Have you had a chance to drive the car in the game yet? If so, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I just did three run of the race track of Spa, and it's amazing.
Frank, thank you very much indeed, and thank you for welcoming the Škoda family to Gran Turismo as well.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Wonderful. Frank Legault, great to catch up with him. Let's get back to the action on track, though. Lap 7 out of 11 we are on here. Amos Lorito it is with a 5.3 second buffer over Lucas Ordóñez. You can see there Semerad versus Behal side by side as they come through the X corner on the run down in towards Pouhon. Through into that left-hander. Behal with a half-second penalty, though. That'll be for exceeding track limits at this point. Bacala also a little bit further back, some 7.1 seconds now off the rear of Behal. He has also picked up a penalty for track limits. Meanwhile, this man here has pulled an absolute worldie in terms of the undercut. I do have to say, though, just in terms of where we are in the gaps, Lorito's advantage was about 6.8 seconds coming out of the pit lane. Ordóñez is chipping away at that. It's now down to some 4.8 seconds. And I tell you what, there's a healthy amount of time left in this race for that gap to continue falling. So whether Ordóñez is having a bit of a late race charge, of course, his medium tyres are going to be one lap less worn compared to Lorito's. And that could prove to be to the advantage here of Lucas Ordóñez. Let's see how this is going to work out. Behal off there at the final corner. That's at the bus stop chicane. That half-second penalty being served there. Ordóñez, I can see, is slightly wide on the exit of La Source as well. He's a little bit frustrated with that, and I'm not surprised at all because it's cost him more time. He's lost about 2 seconds as a result of that running wide at La Source corner. The sausage curb there on the outside, really not helping his cause. Meanwhile, the closest battle on track is this one that we're looking at here between Behal and Semerad for third place. Different compounds of tyres for those two drivers as well. Bahal on the soft compound, Semerad on the medium. So the softs should be faster over the course of one lap, but those mediums will be longer wearing, so they'll have a longer duration compared to the soft tyres. And as we get now into sort of the latter stages, you see a bit of hip and shoulder between these two once again. The medium tyres will begin to come to their own as Semerad now takes over third place from Robin Bahal. Bahal into the braking zone. I wonder if we might get some penalties coming in here. Bahal and Makala have got a 10-second penalty there for failing to meet the tyre requirement. That basically is because they had to start the race on the soft tyres and then change over to the mediums. And as you can quite clearly see from the graphic on the left-hand side of your screen, they started the soft tyres, they changed over to the soft tyres. Everybody was on the soft tyres at the start of this one, and Bahal and Makala have gone on to the soft compound. So that's really rather eliminated them from the race, although Voršicek is some minute and 30 seconds down compared to the rest of the field. You can see there that 10.5-second penalty for Bahal. Semerad with a half-second penalty. Of course, that 10-second penalty, though, is going to really drop Bahal down. It's going to feel like a fortnight's worth of time here for him. 10.5 seconds. Goodness me. Could you imagine anything more disappointing there for Bahal? And you can see just how much it slowed him down. Makala also serving the penalty. Is he going to be able to creep ahead here for position? Fourth place and fifth place, so close to one another on circuit briefly, but Bahal does manage to hold firm in fourth for now. So good stuff there for Bahal, and good for Makala as well to have served those penalties. Lorito it is with a 7-second advantage. Here is the Italian driver out in the sharp end of this race. Up through the rise of Eau Rouge and Radion on towards this Kemmel Straight. You see just how beautifully aerodynamic this car is. Central driving position, of course, as well. And the all-electric powertrain. So up through into the middle sector of the lap we go. Then we begin the run down the hill. Combined power of this car about 800 kilowatts and 1,020 Newton meters of torque as well. So it really is a very fast and powerful machine. Also designed for efficiency as well. The vehicle weighing just 1,300 kilograms, so it's a very light car. And this, of course, with the Vision Gran Turismo project, is the opportunity for these cars to sort of be let free, as it were, the designers to be let free. They have an opportunity to build a machine that doesn't have to conform to any rules. You haven't got to worry about things like the height of the headlights, or where you have to put an indicator, or where you've got to put your luggage in the boot or anything like that. This is an opportunity for designers to just go and have a bit of fun and build a machine that they want to build. And that is exactly what Škoda have done here. Lorito now on his run still has a 6.1 second advantage. Ordonez has picked up a half-second penalty here for exceeding track limits, so doesn't look like he's going to be able to have the opportunity to close that gap down. Here is Lucas Ordonez. Half-second penalty now being served for the Spanish driver. Plenty of opportunity for him to close down if Lorito makes a mistake. It's only 6.5 seconds. Sounds like a fair amount of time, but if you consider it's over a 2-minute lap. Oh, Voršicek there, slightly squirrely out of the final corner. And that's allowing Lorito to come past him and lap him as well. The blue flags are going to be waving here for Voršicek. Before too long, he goes deep at La Source as well. Lorito's going to pick his pocket, come through on the inside. And the Italian is now clear of that lap traffic. Ordonez, as you can see there in the background, brought the gap now down to 5.7 seconds. It's coming down, but is Ordonez going to have time to use the pace advantage that he's got? Well, it remains to be seen, but Lorito, well, we spoke to him before the start of this race, what he wanted to do was take the lead and just build on that over the course of it. And you can see that's exactly what he's doing, pushing 310 kilometers an hour on board with Lucas Ordonez as we head in towards Lake Coombe. Through the right, then the left. It's so difficult this part of the lap. He's just coming up on the back of Filip Voršicek here. Through the right-hander. And then on the run down in towards turn 8. So the Slovakian driver will be aware as he runs it deep into that right-hander that Ordonez will be there, but Ordonez wants to just be careful to not get balked, and it manages to get himself ahead quite easily there. So a lap now being put on Filip Voršicek. Another half-second penalty here for Ordonez. So a half-second penalty there for him. You can see Semerad still with Rumbahal. He's not able to shake him off at all over the course of this one. I have to say, Semerad, I mean, well, he's going to be about as happy as a bull in a soft play area, given how this race has run so far. He had a good advantage at the start of this one. He was challenging for the race lead. And then, of course, we saw what happened to him, demoting him right down into third place. It surely is going to be that final position on the podium, which will be the best opportunity for him. Another penalty there being given for Bahal as well. So now up to 1 second for exceeding those track limits. Through Paul Freire we go. Exit of that corner. This is where the penalty will be applied here for Bahal. 1 second. It's not only the second that you have in terms of the penalty, it's all the time that you lose as a result of that penalty as well, because of course your car is significantly slower at that section of the circuit. At the front, Lorito leads the way as he begins the penultimate lap of racing then here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Ordonez now some 6.1 seconds behind. Semerad versus Bahal. You certainly can't count that battle out for the final place on the podium as well here. I'll be keen to see how this is going to work out for these two drivers. Semerad slightly deep there into La Source as well, and Bahal, well, likewise, he almost followed him in there, didn't he? Makalar also off onto the apron, and Vorzacek, well, he's had quite a few moments where we've seen him run wide, and so it continues as we now do begin the final lap of racing here. Up the rise through Rouge and Radion for the last time we go here. Pieter Semerad versus Robin Bahal then. Is Semerad going to have a defensive moment? Bahal closes up on the brakes. Very close in towards Leku, but Bahal isn't quite able to make anything stick for that final place on the podium. Through turn 7 we go. Bahal's wide. That's going to cost him time on the exit of the corner, and it just allows that bit of breathing room here for Pieter Semerad. But he in turn runs it wide at turn 8. This could be the opportunity for Bahal to close back up. But no room at the end for now as they come down in towards the left-hander of Ix. The final section of the lap is really difficult, and what Bahal needs here is a good run on the exit of the Paul Freire corner to set something up into the bus stop. But the question is he going to be close enough? Because he's at about 6 or 7 tenths of a second behind Semerad at the moment, and that is not going to be enough of a gap for him to close down in order to challenge for position. Semerad third place, Bahal in fourth position. On board we ride here with Bahal then. Oh, Semerad's wide though into the first part of Stavelo. Into Paul Freire we go. Bahal knows that there's going to be an opportunity here, quite possibly, but he in turn is wide on the edge of the corner. That's going to be it done, I'm sure. No more opportunities then for Bahal unless he has a late, desperate lunge to the inside of the bus stop. He's got the advantage of the slipstream here, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Oh, he's got a half-second penalty. Amos Lorito, though, wins the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race here in Prague. What a drive from the Italian. Lucas Ordonez comes home in second position. Oh, Semerad with a half-second penalty on the final lap. It's close, and Bahal's going to get it, but he's got a 1 second penalty to serve here at the line as well. And Semerad does get back through into third place. How dramatic do you want it for the final podium position? 3 different nationalities on the top 3 step. It's Amos Lorito who takes top honours from Lucas Ordonez, and Pieter Semerad there in third place. Absolutely fantastic racing we have had here in Prague for the first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race. Wonderful. Well, we've got a podium ceremony to come here in Prague in just a few moments' time. But first of all, let's have another look at the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo car in a bit more detail.
I mean, this was a really very funny story in the beginning, you know, because the designers started this as a lunchtime project, you know, and I didn't know about this in the beginning. So one day they came to me and showed me the first sketches and the first animations, and I was just blown away from the amount of creativity that went in there and the high standard that they were doing. So I was really impressed, and I said, guys, we have to do this.
So I was always passionate by cars as far as I remember, And already as a teenager, playing with Gran Turismo 1, I remember for me, with the game was already the nice experience to play with exotic cars and to be able to race them. And I have to say, maybe it even supported me, I would say, or it even like helped me to choose my designer's job direction.
The Gran Turismo as a game is defined as a real driving simulator, and they are very serious and passionate about how they approach things and what they do. And we learned that from them, and they kind of infected us with this mindset and this culture. For me personally, one of the biggest goals of the project was that the car not only looks great in the game, but performs and competes with the best in its class.
このシコダビジョングランツーリスモのまずデザインなんですけれども、ものすごくシャープなエッジで作られていて、すごく未来的なんですが、もちろんこれ EV なので、未来に向けた車なんですけれども、そのプロポーションを見ると、ものすごく伝統的な後輪駆動の軽量なスポーツカーのプロポーションをしてるんですよね。そのあたりの未来に向かう眼差しと、過去のかっこいい車の形を両方合わせたような、そういうデザインが僕はすごく気に入っています。
The idea behind this car is that we do something that is really out there, you know. So that has something to do with our 11OC that you see in the background, because this car I saw first of time in the restoration, you know, when it was not completed, but this was already giving us some kind of input, some motivation also to work on cars like this, you know.
I was responsible of the exterior of the design, and also I was following the whole project from the beginning, because I'm a big fan of Gran Turismo. I played the game from the first one in '97. And I was surprised when I came at Škoda that Škoda with such a strong motorsport history was not in the game. So we decided with a small team to prepare some sketches and some 3D, and then here we are.
Škoda Vision Gran Turismo is a full electric racing special. We are running 800-volt traction system based on the lithium-ion battery, which is integrated into the floor, bringing down the center of the gravity and helps with the overall weight distribution.
We really wanted to focus on the driver experience when the gamer is really using the cockpit view. So from that point, we really design all the interior around this precise pilot view. When you play into the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo, you can feel really all the shape supporting you a bit with the volume, being really focused on the track, a bit a vanishing point, I would say.
When you see it really driving into the track, this is where the car really becomes reality, and this is such a nice moment, you know, because I'm a big fan of Gran Turismo, and to see the car that you sketch and is in the game, that was really an amazing moment. We are super proud with the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo. It's an outstanding car. We didn't expect such an amazing project. I think we will beat everyone in the game.
Well, it's a dream, you know. So and you have to dream on this for this car into this game, you know.
Well, amazing to see the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo car and how it all came about. Now, though, it is time for our podium ceremony to begin. All the competitors get a bit of a prize here. They get game vouchers, but some, of course, will get a little bit more than others as well. So let's welcome our podium finishers onto the stage here in Prague for the first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race. Ladies and gentlemen, in third place, please welcome Peter Semerad. In second place, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lucas Ordóñez. And the winner of the first ever Škoda Vision Gran Turismo race here in Prague, all the way from Italy, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Amos Lurito! Now time for the prizes to be presented. So for third place for Semerad, he gets a game voucher and a Škoda Motorsport co-drive as well. For Lucas Ordóñez, he gets a Škoda Motorsport co-drive, the game voucher, and an 1100 OHC co-drive, the car that we saw earlier on as well. And for Amos Lurito, he gets all of the above, plus a PlayStation 5 console. And wonderful to see Yala Uchi-san and to see Klaus Elmer, CEO of Škoda Auto, congratulating our top three finishers. Amazing. Well, what an event it has proven to be here in Prague. Just wonderful racing. Let's go and just chat to our top three finishers. Amos, first one, let's come to yourself. Amazing job. You've got a few prizes to take home there as well. How do you feel?
Really amazing, to be honest. The first laps were really good. Really good fight with all of these two beasts, I need to say. And I'm just really happy. Didn't realize it. I still don't believe it, to be honest.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Amos Lurito. Lucas Ordóñez. Lucas, second place for you. I tell you what, it looked like you were pretty close to Amos at points there.
Yeah, well, at the beginning I tried to stay out of trouble, you know, watching the limits, but then I pushed too much. You could see I was over the limits in Eau Rouge. It was tricky. But then, you know, Amos did an amazing strategy. He pitted before, one lap before. He got the boost advantage, so he did a super fast lap in the first lap with the new tires, so I had no chance to catch him, but it was great fun. It was great to drive for first time the Škoda Vision GT, and it's fantastic to be here in Prague. So it's all about good fun, and I think all the Gran Turismo fans will love this car in the game.
He kept up your record of not crashing a car in 5 years as well.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Lucas Ordóñez, let's go and chat to Peter. Peter, great drive from you in third place. Are you happy enough with that podium position?
Yeah, for sure. It's where I qualified. I ended up in that place in the race as well. Obviously, the start was a bit better, but I made a mistake. But at least I had a nice fight with the guys at the front, and yeah, it's fine.
Wonderful, Peter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's just go over to Amos again, just for final thoughts. Amos, just talk us through the car as well over the course of that race. How was it for you? What did you make of it?
The car he was feeling incredible through Eau Rouge and Blanchimont, so the fast corner. The car is incredible fast also on the straight and on the fast corner. So it was really intense. Also the first feedback. The feeling was really nice through the sector 2, so where the slow corners, you know, can make a big difference. So that's why him was catching a lot, because he's really training hard. He's really good on Gran Turismo. So the car's feeling mega, to be honest, really mega. I just want to go home and try on the simulator.
Amazing. Well, you don't have to worry about going to the gym for the rest of the week at least either. Wonderful. Huge congratulations once again for our top three finishes, for Peter Semerad, for Lucas Ordóñez, and for Amos Lurito. Anyway, that does bring an end to the Škoda Vision Gran Turismo unveiling here in Prague. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined us. Thank you to everybody who has made this happen. And mainly thank you as well, of course, to you at home for joining us here as well. It has been an absolutely wonderful event. We can't wait to do more, of course, with Škoda, with Gran Turismo, and of course for more racing action to happen over the course of the 2024 season. All that remains for me to say is thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you again very soon for more action within Gran Turismo. Take care. Bye-bye.
PlayStation